So today's video, I've got my cup of tea. I'm going to be doing a chatty tutorial Tuesday, my everyday makeup routine edition, so it's kind of like my everyday sort of go-to makeup. So I've done my skincare and that, I've moisturised my face to make it a bit more moisturised, even more. I use this Hydrating Revolution primer. This is the Hydrate and Prime primer, because definitely in this heat need something sticky to stick your makeup down. Usually go for a very hydrating makeup look, so I'm just going to grab the brush that I would use for my primer, which is in the drawer. And let's just blend it in to the places that it's kind of needed. It's just the Real Techniques Expert facial brush. Usually put primer like round here. So foundation, I usually use either these two, but for like my actual everyday kind of makeup, I also for foundation use these lightning drops on an every sort of day basis. When I'm like going to college and that, I don't have time to do all of that, so I just go straight in with concealer. It's also frankly too hot to wear foundation, so I'm just sticking with the lighter option of concealer. Like relatively full coverage. And then I'm going to blend in using this brush from Real Techniques. This is just a facial brush. Sometimes we'll use a different brush. Sometimes I'll use like a concealer brush. Sometimes I use a beauty blender. This is like the concealer brush I'd sometimes use. So I'm just blending all of that in, but most of the time I do use this one because it's just so much quicker, so much easier. Blends the product so much quicker into my skin. So look cakey, doesn't look unblended. This is about my usual sort of concealer coverage. Gonna set that with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. So I'm just gonna grab my powder brush. But sometimes I will use like a concealer brush for powder, or I use this brush again. I'm gonna use this brush again because when it is a morning, like an everyday, I generally will use the same brush twice because there's not really an issue with that. Kind of just gets the powder. Powder is essential. I'm already sweating. It's off probably. So I'm going to take my setting spray, which is Charlotte Tilbury Ellis Flawless Filter. Then I'm probably going to go back in with some more powder just to lock everything in. Between this and the powder, it generally tends to work quite nicely. So it's quite a good way to just lock everything in. Pushing it around so I don't have a sweaty glow look to me. Now we're going to go in for a little bit of bronzer, which quite often for bronzer I will use this brush and then use the bigger one to blend it out. I'm using my Maybelline City Bronzer. I use quite a lot of Maybelline products. Do you like my Maybelline products? And building it up on my cheekbones and all the usual places you tend to put it. Starting to get a bit of a tan. Can't feel too heavy on this side. That's where we get the bigger brush and just blend it out. Still kind of keeps it nice and natural, but without getting rid of it totally. Now I'm going to grab my blush brush, which is the Real Techniques blush brush. Got like a set, I still keep it in the plastic just so it stores everything. And I'm using yet another Maybelline product. I'm using the Maybelline Cheek Heat blush. The cream blush. Just dot it on my face. Can get an even brighter pink. This is like a nudie pink. And you can get like purple blush. This, like everything I'm using, will be linked down below. Then I usually go with highlight, which I like a lot of highlight. So I use my Collection glow stick to just glow it up. Then moving on to my Revolution highlighter, wherever that's gone. It's up here. It's in my Revolution Real Techniques highlighter.
One hour later.
So moving on to eyeshadow, we're going to start with the eye primer. This is the second one of the Barry M lid lock. Put it on this Real Techniques brush. So that it's kind of a sticky base. So now I'm gonna take this eyeshadow palette. This Revolution one. Take a brush and I'm gonna dip into this pinky colour. Just kind of messily packing it on. For a pink crease. Just going to do my inner corner of this sparkly shade. which is called empathy. A brush to do this. Now I'm just gonna take the shade Loyal and just kind of put that on the lower lash line. Then I'm gonna dip into Concert. Pop it there. Obviously we're gonna then I'm going to go back in with the pink. Now I'm going to do like, quite often I do a lot of cut creases, but some days I just don't. But I always do spray with a brush and gonna add some shimmer. So I'm not going to do a cut crease, but I'm going to dip into bold. Pink shade that I use so much of it. There and there. Right, put down the pink, I'm going to pop it down. That didn't really work. Brush. I'm using a mixture of Spectrum and Real Techniques. Gonna dip into the shade Joy. Too bright. So now my eyeshadow's done. I'm just gonna go through the eyeliner that I do. There it is. Look at my eyeliner's gone down to the bottom. I found it. I used the Rimmel Scandalous black eyeliner to do a line and then a little wing. Gonna probably speed this bit up, I think. So hello everybody. I've done my black liner. I usually tend to go over with gold or I go over with silver. So found the gold, so I'm going to use gold today. Not used gold in a while, I don't think. Just adds a little something to my black liner. Then if I'm doing a look like this, I'll go in with something on my like lower waterline. Just to brighten it up, I use this Barry eyeliner pencil, and this is purple. Got all kinds of different colours. Then I'm going to quickly spray. A little bit. Then it's time for mascara. Been using 3 different mascaras so far. I've managed that was I opened a new Sky High. I've also been using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk push-up lashes, and then I've combined it with another different mascara, which, if I can find it, I found it, is the L'Oreal Million Volume Lashes Mascara. Got so many lip products, so I'm just going to, for today, use the combination I've been mostly going for, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk push-up lashes. This one really takes care of like the length. It's very simple. The other one takes care of the volume. And then I'm gonna take this one. Then most days I go for lip gloss. This is one of my everyday glosses, or I generally tend to go for this one, which is the High Shine number 7. Today I'm going to go for this one. This is just an MUA clear gloss. This is kind of for me like a go-to everyday look. Like I do colourful eyeshadow quite a lot, but I do use a lot of gloss. Like this one I really like. There again, sometimes I do go for a plumping one, but they're like my main everyday kind of glosses. So that's the final look. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.